so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. Here's Daily, he's so solid. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to frolic. So never mind the bollocks. Here's the Friday Frolics. So never mind the bollocks.
And all because
hello everybody, hope everybody's very, very well. I have to say, I just tried a little something with my live chat and I don't like it. Give me a quick minute, I'm going to do away with that. I'm gonna do away with that because don't like the colour. It was the reason why I tried it was I wanted to try something because my pins aren't the best, not the best, so I decided to basically try something, see if I can make it better. There, that's better. It was like I thought I'd make the writing a bit bigger for me, see if I could see how make it easier for me to read because I have bad eyesight and made things worse. Whenever I try to make things better, fate farts in my direction, but never mind. Those are the breaks, aren't there? Unfortunately, but anyway, good evening and welcome to my Friday Frolic, where we take a couple of hours away from the absolute nonsense we have to deal with on a daily basis. And let's have a look who's in the chat. Hello, Andrew Luke. Hope you're well. If you've not subscribed to Andrew Luke's channel, and I did enjoy your live stream that you did the other night. It was quite interesting. A lot of the times I had absolutely no idea what you were talking about, but I did enjoy the conversation. You talked about a lot of stuff from Press Gang and I think Doctor Who got a mention in there. Guys, if you enjoy your Doctor Who, Andrew Luke's probably forgotten more than what I'll ever know about Doctor Who. So please subscribe to Andrew Luke's channel. Please do. And one of my moderators, and Alistair K. Hello there, my friend. Hope you're well, and give him a massive thumbs up. Does a lot of good stuff for me when it comes to live streams. Couldn't do these live streams without my dear friend Alistair. Stephen Banky, I hope you're well, my friend. Exactly. It's the Daily Blasé Friday Frolicking Frolics host. Yes, exactly. It's what I look forward to, and all on a Friday is a good bit of Friday frolic where we just have a good giggle for an hour or two. Forget all our troubles and all our wars. So, yes, David McGuinness, what a legend, the legend of the two Davies, Indie Truck Davy, yes. And if you want to know what's happening up in Scotland when it comes to Scottish independence and what's happening there, that's the channel to go to. You'll always learn something. No, not fair. You might have dodgy sides because they've been laughing, but at least with Dave McGuinness, you'll learn something. Regularly, another one. If you've not subscribed to Regular Late's channel, just out of interest, are you doing a live stream later on tonight, my dear friend? But if you've not subscribed to Regular Late's channel, please do. Does some fantastic stuff. And life is a box of chocolates. Howdy from Mongolia. Howdy, my friend. I hope you are very well, my dear friend, and I hope you've having a lovely day. And welcome to my Friday frolic. And yes, good evening, Jim Stephen. Hope you're well. Simon says, hope you're very, very well. Yes, Sir Larry the cat, and cheers for all your good ideas you giving me. And I just say, big round of applause for that, Sir Larry, for that fantastic introduction. And absolutely, he does some fantastic stuff. I don't know how he does it. It looks all very complicated to me. But but yeah, good evenings, everybody. I put out some more adverts for tonight's Friday for. Cheers, my dear friend. I feel incredibly blessed having good friends. Always willing do some of it. What Sir Larry the cat does. I have no idea how he does it, but what he does is brilliant. Yes, even all tuning in from work. So last comment for now. Oh no, here's my friend. I do hope I can at least entertain you. And my lovely daughter is in the So, have you had a good day? Where have you been? I know you go somewhere on a Friday, and so yeah. Good evening, Sass. Hope you're well. Good evening. Yes. Good evening. Wake up and smell the rosemary. I hope you are very, very, very well. And I think I might have everybody to chat. And good evening. I hope somebody's impersonating me. I hope Chuck. Who's that Daily Blasé guy? Yes. Did I just? Yes, I thought I saw you. Good evening, Frederick Roth III. Hope you will need this as I'm still suffering from shingles. I'm so sorry to hear that, my dear friend. Get well soon, my dear friend. And yes. And good evening, White. White Silver Moonlight. Wolf, great video. Great video you do. I learn a lot. Well, I do try and put a little bit of entertainment in with a bit of learn a little. Hopefully you might learn something, but I always do trying to make them entertaining as best I can. Good evening, Neg Primate. Hope you're well from sunny Barnsley. Are you a Barnsley supporter? If you are, Oh, no live stream tonight. So, because I know you tend to do it about 7ish. Right, no worries. Well, I've got loads of material. We're going to have some fun. Well, hopefully. Well, if you are, because can we poach off young Jack Shepherd off you? Because we want him. We want him back for the next season in League One. Yes, disaster in Hamilton today. Yes. I don't think it was what you were hoping for. But look on the bright side. At least Nigel Farage got embarrassed. But yes, I can imagine you'll be quite disappointed. Yes, and good evening, Mad Monk. Hope you're well. Good evening. Sorry, no worries, Mad Monk. You know, it's not a problem. You know, as long as you're very, very well. I hope you are well. Hope you are very, very well. Yes. Yeah, blame Reform for Labour winning that. Ah. Is that what you think actually happened? That's interesting. I'll say I've not really had much looked into it that much, but I think because when you're, as Reagan Elite will know, when you're a one-man band and you're trying to do everything yourself, you can't always keep abreast of what's happening. So that's interesting. Good evening, Scott. I hope you're well. I'm a union lover. Work. Yes. So, but anyway, another day. I hope he didn't have it interfered. Yeah, exactly. the racist comments, in my view, that could be a point. Yeah, because like I found it interesting because like the couple of videos I've done, I've seemed to have attracted quite a few of the refuck voters, and they weren't happy with me. Whatever. Good evening, Jeannie Bottle. Hope you're very, very well, my dear friend. And good evening, Dennis Pennis. Hope you're well. Yeah. Good evening, DJ Marcy Moo. The vote was split. We would have won if Tory Green. Right. That's it. Good evening, Steve S. Hope you're very, very well. And hope you've had a good evening, Phil McCracken. Hope you're very, very well. And good evening, Jeannie Bottle, I meant to say. Hope you're very well. But anyway, let's crack on with the show. As you all know, what we like to do is we all like to, have a bit of a good giggle of what I try to do is find stuff that's happened over the week where we can, and as you can tell, this over the last 2 to 3 days, it's been very, very quiet on the political front, hasn't it? but anyway, yes, it's been quiet. That's the reason why I don't have a right lot of material, honest. But like, let's go back to last week. As we all know, I always do enjoy watching a bit of Have I Got News For You, and I've got a couple of clips for you, where they basically poke a bit of fun. And on this one, on this one, what I love about this is where they mention something which I think should get mentioned a hell of a lot more.
Find Thames Water.
Yes.
Over and over. Millions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about time.
Yes.
We found them. Because they were going to give dividends out again. They'd given dividends out to their shareholders, which were massive in the last 2 occasions. And that's when the big row started.
And the man in charge appeared in front of the select committee and said we had to give out these huge bonuses and dividends because the shareholders insisted. And then a day later he said, oh, yes, when I said the shareholders insisted, I meant they agreed when we told them we were going to do it. He said he misspoke. which is a new word, which means lied. Find Thames Water.
Yes.
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 Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly. See, can you imagine if, let's just say for argument's sake, which would never happen under this party, let's just say Reform UK had done this policy, you know, where they're finding these businesses, you know, big money for, you know, basically, you know, because of they've absolutely trousered loads of money out of us, and for what they've done. Do you think Reform UK would be quiet about this? Oh no, Farage would be screaming it from the rooftop, saying, "Look what I'm doing for you." He won't really, because he's pretty much on their side anyway. And isn't so? I found that absolutely. But what I find odd is the fact that Labour don't seem to say right a lot about it, do they? Comms are just absolutely rubbish, aren't they? But yes, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. In the red corner is Donald Trump, and in the blue corner, Elon Musk. The gloves are off, and it's going nuclear. Now, we've been hearing rumours whether they be the kissing and making up, and I've been hearing one or two little bits where this possibly could be a bit of a setup, you know. It's like his stock in Tesla's going through the roof, and well, going through the floor, should I say? And this is a bit of a ruse to say, look, I'm against Donald Trump and hoping that his stock will improve, I suppose. But I'm not so sure. I don't know. I've not really looked at it, but I did hear one or two people say something on them lines. You know, it's all a bit of a plan, a bit of a game. And I suppose in a way it probably it works in Trump's favour as well, because it's a bit of a dead cat, I suppose, in a little bit of a way, because while everybody's talking about this spat between them two, what's happening, what else is happening that should be eyes should be on instead of these two, you know, willy waving. But we'll get to that later on. I'm not caught up on the fallout, but looking forward to ending to evil duties. Yes. Yes, ding ding, and fighting. Yes. If it's all going to blow up to Larry the cat, Elon will win more experience. His rockets and cars explode regularly. Yeah, exactly. Yes, confirmed. Trump is not wanting or will talk to Musk. Think Musk will be deported. Rumours big time. Is there? How very interesting. But yes, anyway, let's but on this rather interesting, but there was another bit of a, you could say, have I got news for you, where, well, it basically, they started talking about, remember when our Nigel Farage, he took us on a trip, you know, got boarded us on the plane and took us onto a trip to Fantasy Island. And remember, as they're landing, you know, the little guy goes, the plane, and we all board out, and we go and listen to Nigel Farage, where he talked about his fantasy policies that he's going to dream up, you know, from the back of a fag packet, and bring out his Karl Marx in him, you know. Well, they decided to talk about our Nigel Farage's spending splurge. Oh, missus, oh, titty ye not.
after announcing a spending splurge.
Nigel Farage and Keir Starmer has said that if he's adopting Liz Trump's idea.
Liz Trump, that's a very good mistake.
Liz Trump, did I say? I see the two are very similar.
He announced his new brilliant ideas for Britain.
Yes.
He got out a fag packet, looked at the back of it, and there it all was.
Yeah.
What you've got to do is we've got to cut taxes and increase spending.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. Nigel Farage listed a number of reform tax and welfare policies in a major speech, which, according to the Institute of Fiscal Studies, could cost up to $85 billion. But how did Farage say he's going to pay for all of this?
He said we're going to scrap net zero.
Okay.
And that'll save 40 billion, which he won't. It's about 6, I think, tops. And then he said we're going to have efficiency in the civil service, we're going to have net zero immigration, we're going to stop immigrants living in hotels, and this will make 350 billion zillion pounds, literally.
This all sounds like very familiar policies that I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that he also wants to put up a wall between the UK and Mexico at the border.
He's going to bring in Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah, that could work. Maybe Elon is on his way over here.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's why Elon quit working with Trump.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck indeed. Good evening, Tone. Hope you're very, very well. Yes, exactly, Nigel. Nigel privately establishment bear manifesto. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good evening, global citizen. I hope you're very well. What a week. What a week. Yes, yes. It does seem to happen when James O'Brien is on holiday. Whenever he goes on holiday, it's never a quiet week, is it? It must be written in the stars, because, like... but, yeah, when I was watching it, I think somebody asked him, how's he going to pay for it? And he was like, oh, well, you asked for it. And he starts waffling on about something that was Institute for Government or something. And they already said that what he's basically saying is just cherry picking figures for his own liking, I suppose. And we all know that his spending splurge is just fantasy, isn't it? But to be honest, I watched a bit of his speech now. That when he started waffling on about his spending splurging, and what I better stop saying splurging, because it kind of I can feel a bit of sick coming out the back of my throat. Farage and splurging, it's not a good couple of words to put in one sentence. But anyway, I watched it, and good evening, SG. Hope you're well. I am new to this channel, but I see many friendly faces. Yeah. It's welcome aboard, SG, and thanks for joining my channel. What we do on a Friday is we just basically spend a couple of hours where what I try and do is I try and basically, find stuff that's happened over the week, and with a bit of you could say a satirical slant, where we just have a bit of a couple of hours away from the absolute, because I can't imagine it for some people, when it comes to who are sort of like immersed in all this, it can get really, really stressful. What I try and do is, we have a little light-hearted chat about it, but we sort of like have a bit of a good laugh about it. Well, we try to. But what I have noticed that a lot of people who do say they look forward to this because they feel it's good for their mental health, they can have a look into it, but they will come away with a bit of a smile on the face, and that's just what I try and do. That's all I try to do. If you want expert analysis and stuff like that, you can get that from Reagan Elite and people like Max and Phil. I'm the Nick Abbott of live streams. You could say I'll make all the cow noises, and but that's what we do. We just try and have a bit of a good laugh. But but yes, but hello there, SG, and hope I can at least entertain you for a couple of hours. But yes, but as I say, this little clip is a good point in question. A very, very good point in question. What we try and do. Let me just get myself all organized. Yes, it's a very good point in question. Something that I think that we should really should consider. You know, us masses. You know, like remember in the Bug's Life. You know where I love Nick Abbott as well. He's hilarious. Hello Beverly Brooks. I hope you're well. Hello Eric Davis, and welcome to my Friday frolic. I hope you odd fart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not wrong. We do have the odd fart thrown in. We have a little prank here and there. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Life is a box of chocolate. That's what I try and do. You know, it can get a bit heavy politics, but I do try and you know have a bit of a giggle in my live stream. And for me, I find the couple of hours we do it just flies by. I don't even realise that a couple of hours have gone. I just try to have some fun, and hopefully you come away with a smile on your face. But get to this. You know, this is a great little example of what we try and do. Because let's be honest here. Broken News, they came up with a fantastic idea on how to deal with billionaires. And I could be into this.
Welcome to Broken News. Plans have been unveiled for an international competition which will decide on one billionaire to be killed and eaten on live TV. The new show is aimed at teaching the others a lesson, and our reporter has more.
For too long now, an extremely small number of hilariously rich
Crunk Cheapson. I'd love to know where they get these names from. I always like to have a look and have a chuckle at their names.
People have been plundering natural resources, hoarding unimaginable wealth, and getting fat off the backs of billions of working people. Well, now working people might be living off the fat backs of billionaires, as one of them is set to be killed and eaten. Yes, in a new game show, one of these tasty tycoons will be sacrificed as a warning to the others from humanity. In the glitzy new programme, a public vote will decide which of the parasitic Uber class is to face a righteous roasting by the rest of us. If the pilot is a success, future episodes will see more of the super rich cooked into popular dishes. Some suggested by the producers include billionaire shortbread, a Michael Bloomberger, Charles coq au vin, mushroom risotto, mixed grill gates, and a Mukesh Ambani biryani. But we think that last one might be a bit racist. Some Broken News viewers have been in touch to suggest that this report is just a tired excuse to get a load of terrible billionaire food puns into a sketch, but it's actually making a very serious point indeed. A Warren Buffet. That's one, isn't it? Back to you.
A very serious message indeed. Oh, baked Bezos on toast. Is that a What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Yes, what a lovely story. Yes, what a lovely story. Yes, but good evening. Good evening. I saw a couple of people pop in. And Stephen Binning, that's it. Good evening, Stephen Binning. Good evening, Cousin It. Hope you're very, very well. Yes, knife and fork. Everybody tucking. Granny Waddle Bottom. A very good evening, everyone. And as my gorgeous boy Graham from the Power to the People channel being in the live stream tonight, my Graham, unfortunately not yet. Not yet. But hopefully he soon will be. Good evening, Tommy Lee Cadden. Hope you're well. I feel like I missed a pretty good video here. Anyway, big shout out to DB and BFD from TLC of LDS. Big love, cheers, man. Big love to you, my friend, and very welcome and welcome to my Friday frolic. But yes, I have to say, I'm a big fan of Larry and Paul as well. They're very, very funny, aren't they? Yeah, cheers for that, Alistair. Much appreciated. He might be walking the dog. Yes, it could very possibly be our Graham. But yes, that's what we try and be about, you know, is stuff like that mixed in with other little news headlines like here's a little something different. I had to basically show this because for the simple reason, this is just so funny. I just bellied up laughing, you know, because like somebody put this. Well, it was, I don't know, whoever does the parody Keir Starmer. Very funny. If Robert Jenner was a Marvel superhero, for me personally, should have been a villain. What would his name be? Well, I have to say let's just say the replies were quite humorous. Yes, there's Gulverine, yes, bicycle repairman. Let's see if it works this way. That's a bit better, isn't it? Bicycle repairman. That's hilarious. So, Captain Xenophobia. Yes, Captain Xenophobia, you know, the fabulous foreskin. Mr. Gaslight convincing the public that hardship is caused by immigrants since 2010. Yes. Twatman for generic. Yes, exactly. Liar man. Say something if you have to Google him before posting a reply. Who is he again? Baron Genro, cousin of Baron Zemo. Shatman. Incredible shrinking man. Starmer too. I think that's a bit harsh, but understandable. Stupid, boring. Come on, play the game, Craig. Come on. I forget the context. I'm not going to go through all that. Yes, there's the Toad. If I were an American citizen, I would be voting for Donald Trump, Robert Jenner, Conservative Shout Minister. A Zimpic man. I don't know, but I'd paint over the mural. Yes, exactly. The blue gaslighter. I think that'd be it. That'd be it. But this is the winner so far. Mr. Cunt. My daughter will appreciate that. Yes, Ratman. Prick. Anti-graffiti guy. Yes. Good evening, Tories. Don't get tasered. I hope you're very, very well. Yes. The tax evader's little helper. Twatman. Captain Bullshit. The Dodger. Robert Jenrick, because he's neither deep nor sophisticated enough to develop an alter ego. That could possibly be very, very, very true. I thought you would appreciate that. I knew that would appeal to my daughter. It's like when it comes to calling people names, calling people. My daughter has no airs and graces. It's none of this sophisticated. Route 1, just call you a cunt. Jeremy Cunt's name, yes. Good evening, Witchy Goth. I hope you're well, my dear friend, and welcome to the... Can't believe it. He was the best of the sperm. Yes, exactly. He drives a BMW. Good evening, Oliver Brown. I hope you're well, my dear friend. Isaac Chunt Genrick. Exactly. But yes, there's another one. Face Pool. Yes, another one. Cunt Face. Dodgy the Bastard. And how about this one? Captain Azimpic Super Screw. But there's always and then there's Super Twat Barry, as in Ticket Barrier Man. How about the slippery eel? Although that is a bit unfair. Not many eels claim £100,000 expenses for a third home, claim expenses for car and train for some journey, or help developer Tory donor chum avoid millions with quick planning decisions. And we will leave it on that one with Super Knob Bob. Bob-on. Tish. So, yes. When I saw that, I just had to check, because when I just thought, well, I'll look at the chat, see what names what people come up with. And I'm just scrolling down, giggling away and laughing. Absolutely giggling away. Because I just thought some of the names were just absolutely hilarious. And suited that little turd right down to the ground. But anyway, let's crack on with this, because how was it? Is it this week or was it last week when it came to? I think it was. Is it when it was Gay Pride Week? Is it this week or is it Gay Pride Month? Now I can't quite remember. Brain's gone a bit to pot. Well, better just snot pick. Yes, absolutely, because I'm not too up on it. What I do tend to enjoy doing when it comes to last day of the Gay Pride, I always like to call in at town centre. Just because enjoy the colour and the happiness and everybody celebrating together. So it is Pride Month. Yeah, I thought it was. Cheers for that. So what I do what I do when it comes to the last day is where I live in Bradford, there's a town centre and they have all sorts going off and I always like to pop in. I'll wander around. I'll pop in, wander around, see what's happening, and enjoy the colour and see the happy faces and everybody's celebrating. And then it's just something I always enjoy because I just like the colour and the happiness that everybody embracing and having a good time together. Face flat man for Bob the Knob. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, perfect month for the bromance to end. Yeah, but yeah, because we have where I live, they have stalls and selling things, and everybody sort of they'll dress up and really go to town, and it's quite enjoyable to see. So, well, if I can find out when the last day is, I'll probably pop down and enjoy the colour and the scenery. But there's always some clown who's not happy with Gay Pride Month, and this one, as always, is always the same as this man. Yes, our Lawrence Fox regenerates into even more embittered divorcee. Yes. So, did we all see that clown on the internet? Dressing up like an idiot, trying to burn some flag. Well, thankfully, that newspaper that gives you the facts, the cold hard facts, that is News Thump. Yes, he was like he made a bit of a scene of himself as always, and when it comes to Pride Month, he always has to do it, doesn't he? But internet blowhard Lawrence Fox has left fans stunned after regenerated into an even more bitter and resentful version of the person he already is. The transformation occurred at about 8 o'clock last night while secretly watching that woke crap which he hates. Yes, fans have been speculating for weeks what his next form would be, and the revelation that it that it was a new version of himself with an even wobblier chin and less control over the caps lock key has left many excited over revelations to come. I was really hoping that Loza would break new ground and take his character in an unexpected direction, but I never saw this coming. As a top fan and Foxian Simon Williams, his adventures travelling around the southeast, taking photos of things which make him angry, had me enthralled since I was a child, and I can't wait to see if his new incarnation is infuriating by new places like East Anglia and Cornwall. Also, I'm also hoping the new Fox meets up with some old enemies like the child Spartans and the weekend Axiacs. With any luck, there'll be some new merchandise like a long floppy scarf in pride colours, which I can buy and then burn. He's an idiot, isn't he? Because like I saw him with trying to burn the pride flag, and you just think he's doing that for just for attention seeking, isn't he? He's just an idiot, isn't he? He's just basically just doing that for attention. When I saw that, I just had to. So I just had to share that with you because I just thought that was so funny. He's an idiot, and he's just desperate for attention. But I think clearly he's mentally unwell, isn't he? Yes, News Thump. Is that like Icky Thump? It could very much possibly be Granny Waddle Bottom. Yes. Absolute life is a box of chocolates. Yes, Cape Brown. I wasn't right sure if it went for a week or a month. I couldn't quite remember. I wanted to go last year, but I think it could possibly have been around the time when I know my wife had been in hospital last year. So I think that's the reason why I didn't go. I just didn't have the time. Although I would have wanted to. I certainly would have wanted to. And if I get a chance, I certainly will this time. Remember when he was to pay 180k in damages? Good times like a beautiful sunset with friends. Yes, absolutely. Where Christmas is a month. Is it? I didn't know that. That's interesting. See, the one thing when it came to the like the words LGBTQ, and I was thought, what does the Q stand for? What does Q stand for? And when I found out with the word queer, I thought rather an odd turn of phrase, because I thought that if you call somebody queer, they're quite derogatory, and I'm thinking, am I missing something? And quite clearly I was, because from what I can gather, I could be wrong, please put me right in the chat if I am. I thought it was a case of you taking the term back from these clowns, and I thought that's quite a clever way of doing it, really. Yes, good evening, Trip. Hope you're well. Hope you're very, very well. Yes, we have taken it back. Yes, so so I was right in what I heard. Quite a clever way of doing it, really. But yes. But anyway, that was the antics. Because I had to share that because I thought that was just the antics of our of our rather angry Mr. Loza Fox. But anyway, good evening, one angry penguin, not one angry pagan, one angry penguin. I hope you're very, very well. Yes, the penguins are on the march. They certainly are. But mentally unwell, or maybe just a prick, not hard, just flaccid. That's, you could possibly be onto something. It's either one or the other, isn't it? That's the gays word now and forever. Somebody again, I always thought queer was derogatory as well, to be honest. I feel a bit odd saying it. Yeah, it's something I'm with you there. It's not like I can say, yeah, I know what you mean. And though the word has been reclaimed, yeah. It's like, yeah, because I always found it a derogatory term, but yeah, it's a clever way of taking it back. Good on them. Good on them. But anyway, back to the show. One thing I've noticed, we've all watched with quite interest the let's just say the slogan of Taco Trump. You know, the where they say Trump always chickens out. And let's just say it's quite a good little. It's clearly taken off, hasn't it? And because a lot of people are saying it, and I get the feeling that our Taco Trump, but it's some kind of flute. Is that right? Is that right? Simon says. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just a guitarist and not a very good one of that. So learned something new on this show. But yes, it's sort of like taken off, hasn't it? You know, the Taco Trump, where it's all over, and you get the feeling that our Taco Trump doesn't like the term. But one thing I noticed, there's a certain guy who decided, I'm going to walk into Taco Bell and he's going to ask for a Donald Trump special. Very interesting.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'd just like to get 2 tacos, please.
What kind of tacos?
Can I get the Donald J. Trump specials? That's the Doritos Locos with extra chicken.
Wait, the what again? I'm sorry?
2 of the Doritos Locos with extra chicken. That's the Donald J. Trump special.
You hear a little chuckle in a reply. And I could get the feeling that she gets the joke, but she's got to try and remain professional, hasn't she?
Is this the regular one, right?
That's correct.
With chicken, right? Okay, anything else?
Nope, that'll be all.
Any sauce?
Let's do some hot sauce, please.
Okay, $8.41.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, please. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
You could smell the backtracking in that chicken.
Taco Bell reports surge. Like, that will drive him fucking insane.
Yes, it certainly will. Yeah, it's that. Yes, he's lucky he didn't get a MAGA nut job. Yes, she has to support the mission statement of Taco Bell. Yes, I bet that made it. Yes, I can imagine it. Well, they can't stop the Frolics. They certainly cannot. Made Mikey and Tim have a chuckle on their live on Thursday night. DB say It's it, Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Yes. Taco Tuesday. No, I don't like tacos. Don't like it on Tuesday either. Thank you very much. But yeah, those tacos look better in America than they do over here. Yes, I can imagine. You could smell the retreat in that taco, couldn't you? But I just thought that was quite genius from the lad here. But you know, the bit like it. One thing I always do like to I do enjoy watching is the KKK Caroline Levitt, you know, press briefings. There's something quite humorous about their press briefings. No, not the normal press briefings. No, certainly not. We have our own press brief. We have our own press briefing. Yes, the one and only, the national treasure, Sandra Vasquez, where she goes through the press briefing on the 30th of this month. And as usual, it goes as well as you'd expect.
Trump is going to fight this battle to make sure that the big, beautiful bill passes, because it is going to be the best thing to happen to America. Unlike what the woke Democrats would like to do, which is to cause a $4 trillion tax hike for the American people. That's what they want for you. They want to raise your taxes and they want you to suffer. That's what the Democrats want, but President Trump wants to bring in $40 quadrillion to supercharge the economy, bring us into the golden age. What else would you expect from the author of The Art of the Deal and the star of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York? Nothing but excellence.
Totally agree, Reagan Elite. What a great cross. A great taco cross. Totally agree.
Okay? Sure.
What's happening with the tariffs? 1 minute they're on, the next they're off. What's going on?
Thank you. The Liberation Day tariffs. We are fighting with the lower circuit court judges who were unelected. Unelected officials have never had a place in the White House. They should never be around or in the courts because those were unelected. They were put in place by who? Not Mike Jones. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Barack Hussein Obama, and do you know who else was complicit in all of this?
Who?
You know it, Jill Biden. Pete Buttigieg too, but it was Jill Biden who should have told us what she was seeing with her husband with his mental decline. He was just walking around all sleepy, letting anybody take the auto pen, passing it around like a vape, okay? But he was doing that, and then you know what? He was letting criminals in across the border like Albrego Cunha Carajo, and we will never forgive him. Sure.
President Trump hasn't really reacted to the taco memes, has he?
What's that?
And there's also the nickname that they came up with for you.
No, we're not talking about that, but what would you say? What was the other thing you said?
They're calling you Concha.
What does that mean?
It stands for Conservative Operative Nurturing Christian Hate Again.
I think we're done here, okay?
Good evening, Joe. I hope you're very, very well. And, well, good afternoon. I hope you're very well. Another one of my fantastic moderators. I hope you're very, very well, my dear friend. And thanks for stopping by. Good evening as well to Super Tiny 808. I hope you're well, my dear friend. She's not as angry as me. Trump is claiming that Joe was an AI robot. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. And there'll be people who will, I can imagine there'll be people out there that will actually believe it. I watched a bit of a video, which it just sort of like highlighted the whole thing for me. It were nothing political. It was something that tell you what I do enjoy as a bit of a guilty pleasure. You know, you see all these people who are going around gallivanting with cameras, pretending that there's ghosts everywhere. You know, wherever you look, they pull out some weird contraption, and Michael's ghosts are speaking to him all over. Well, I watched a bit of a video. I think it was a guy called Mythos, and they were talking about we got a conjuring house or something. It was an old video where what they'd done, nothing that the people who were in the house that had done, but they were just having a bit of a joke, and they set up this little bit of a video where they've got, I've forgotten the name of that doll, that famous doll. It wasn't even the real one. I've forgotten the name of it. Its name escaped me. They made a lot of films over it, and it wasn't the original. But they'd set up with a bit of string to basically move it. And one of the guys who worked there ran up was wandering around behind them, these two lasses who were talking on the camera, and it's got this doll as though it's wrapped its hands around his throat and it's trying to strangle him. He's running, and it's clearly all set up for a bit of a joke and all that. And no, it wasn't Chucky, Annabelle. That's it. Cheers. Yeah. So basically, it wasn't even the original. But the reason why I'm saying this, but because, well, whoever it was, they'd spliced up bits and bats to make it out as though this was real. This was, because what they did at the end, they pretended to act, how did that happen? But they'd cut the middle bits out and just started the bit where they'd moved their doll with a string at the start, and then at the end. But people fell for it. There were people queuing miles down the road to pay $100 to see this doll that wasn't even the real Annabelle. And so that's what I was saying. There'll be people out there who will fall for it. Biden is an AI robot. So yeah, they will do. They will fall. And we are really, really graced with the member of the cabinet. We have Rachel from accounting. Tease up, folks. Your BOA top tea lady is in the house. Good evening. How's things happening? How's things going in number 11? Have you not been getting any more problems from the local mouse catcher, Sir Larry the cat, recently? But yeah, the original doll looks harmless. The film is one creepy. Yeah, I haven't watched them. But as I say, I saw somebody film the queue just to see this doll because they believed that it was, even though in the video she actually said this isn't the original Annabelle. Doesn't matter, you know. But yes, if everyone sees Akismad, tell him the new kettle has not yet arrived. Oh dear. I will let him know next time I see him. But yes, that was our press secretary trying to deal with the questions. Rachel, I will get him to tell you that. But it's again, I said that Larry is so naughty, Blasé. He's always leaving presents either in my shoes or Kia's. Disgraceful behaviour. Very unbecoming of our Sir Larry. But yeah, not only that, you know, because not only she does an excellent impression of our KKK, Catherine Levitt. She also does a mean impersonation of another member of his cabinet. Yes, the yes, it's Linda McMahon. Brilliant.
I think it's good research that Harvard has been doing, and but they will need to be in sync with the Trump administration if they want to continue to receive taxpayer dollars, and that's pretty clear. That President Trump says that their funding will be going by if they do not abide by these rules. Listen, it's pretty simple. If they're going to want to keep playing games with our heart, then it's going to be me that has to take everything away from them. And the president has been pretty transparent, unlike the previous administration that was full of backstreet boys and dealings. We will not be doing that. The American people deserve better. And as a parent, it's tearing up my heart that our kids are in this umbop era where, and I'm on bended knee, just trying to get education back up to speed for the summer girls, especially the ones that wear Abercrombie and Fitch, and for the boys who just want to become men. Until the water runs dry, I will fight for you. And that's what makes you beautiful, America.
Yes. What could possibly go wrong? Yes, there's Andrew Vasquez. She does some brilliant in person. I've seen her do one of that clown. I've forgotten her name now. That Russian stooge. Her name escapes me. Yes, regularly. That's Linda McMahon. Yes, I'm quite right, Joe. Yeah, John Cena is certainly not an AI creature since you can see him. Yes. Because we have a footballer called Andy Cook. He's a bit of a wrestling fanatic. And every time he scores, and he scored a lot of goals for us, whenever he scored, he'd always do the running like that. People ask him, why do you do that? He says, because John Cena follows me. I heard that Larry was knighted for... I heard Larry was knighted for shiting. But yes, Toad makes a good point, yeah. Maybe we're working class people who think Nigel Fraggle has their best interests at heart. Some people will fall for anything. Absolutely. You know? I find it really, really odd that they do. People do. It's the way people are, I suppose, isn't it? But yeah, absolutely, Alistair. Yeah, it's true that you say it's like he's not graced with the English literature, you know. He follows me like. He's got a brilliant Geordie accent. See, the thing is, whenever I used to go to football games, it's so I like about it, you know. It's like there used to be a pub called I forgot the name of it now. Tells you, but it's shut down now. It'll probably come to me, but that's where we used to. What we used to do, we'd get a taxi, me and my wife, and we'd go there, have a couple of beers before game, and then about an hour or two before, I think about hour and a half before, his wife would walk in at pub. We'd walk in at pub, have a few jars before game. You just think you won't see that in Premier League or anything like that. But to get my team part of my case, off to my mum's this weekend. Step you too, Witchy Goth, and thanks for stopping by. Have a lovely weekend, and send your mum our love as well. And take care, my friend. Have a lovely weekend. Yes. So, but yeah. So and because like the pub was sponsoring him, so that's the reason why she would pop in. But yes, let's head off to the crazy world. The crazy world with our Donald Trump, our Donny baby. Because let's just say that you could say that he's had another cringy moment. Speaking about AI and stuff like that. Well, our Donald, he did something rather cringy.
Go for Secret Service 1. He did what? You're fucking with me. Alright, I gotta see this for myself. Hold on. What the fuck? You're right, he did repost a conspiracy that Joe Biden was executed in 2020. And what we see now is a clone, a double, or a robot. Can you say 25th Amendment? It does not get any more embarrassing than that. Say what now? Oh my god, send it to me. Oh no. Melania, you're right. His phone screensaver is of himself. That's just cringy and sad. You want a 5150? Isn't that a 72-hour involuntary hold? That makes sense. I think that whole chicken taco thing has really sent him over the edge. Now I see him. He's right in front of me. Yeah, I'll pick him up. Yeah, no problem. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, Mr. President, we need to go take a little trip.
Yes. Clearly they needed. He needed medical help, and so they decided to take him for some medical aid and medical help, and this is where he ended up. Oh no. Well, I thought I had it. Never mind. Well, what it basically was, remember, I had that bit of a clip, where one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I thought I'd added it to my bookmarks. Clearly I didn't, but never mind. Unless, see if I can find it. I'm sure I can. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to find it. Won't take me 2 minutes. Because I'm not going to miss out on that. That was one hell of a brilliant clip. See if I can find. I've got it. Yes. You would find it. I'm a bit of an idiot sometimes, but never mind. Yes. So he was sent for taken for some medical advice.
Maybe you can tell us why.
I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight, and you're in the boat, and you have this tremendously powerful battery, and the battery's now underwater, and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not
yeah, Roddy, you're so
shark.
fucking dumb, I can't believe it.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Whoever made that did a cracking great job. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant job. Profoundly, yeah, you're not wrong there. Frederick Rothman, yes. He makes perfect sense to maggots, yes. Oh dear. Right. I wish sharks had legs and lived in Florida and Washington, D.C. Bone Spurs would be doomed. Yes, exactly. That's shocking behaviour. Good evening, Alan, Adam. Hope you're very, very well. Right. Yeah. I was sent a very, very, very brilliant article from a dear friend of ours.
Maybe you can tell us why.
Maybe we won't. quiet. Absolutely, Alistair. Friday Frolic won't be a Friday Frolic without, you could say, a technical hitch or 2 or 3 or 5. But anyway, let's just say that get back to where I want to be. Oh, right. Yeah, now I know what I'm wanting to do. Yes, because a dear friend of ours sent a great bit of material in. I'll mention no names. Regularly. Would you like to hear a happy story? Well, it's a bit of fun and let's see. Yes, we've got there. Yes. Let me get all organised. Yes, there we go. How you think? Sent to this wonderful article. I think he just wanted snacks. Thai shopkeeper caught off guard as wild elephant visits store. Yes. Yes, this wild elephant walked into a Thai store to search for food. This is quite funny. I love her reaction. There's a very good reason why he's picking up snacks, as you'll find out. He was very hungry, regularly. I wonder if the woman... I have to say, I wonder if the woman did say, are you going to pay cash or cheque for all this? Yes, exactly. Genie bottle shark bites woman by mistake. It thought it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it wasn't. Yes. Since when did my pet elephant get there? I didn't ask for snacks. Don't you worry, my dear friend, cousin it. Don't you worry. There's as I say, the article goes, an elephant never forgets where the snacks are stored. Now, there's a specific reason why it's gone for the snacks. A large wild elephant caught shopkeepers. Now, now when it comes to this article, I've realised the reason why he sent me it, and you'll find out in not too soon. Caught shopkeepers off guard at a convenience store in Thailand on Monday. Now you start to realise where I'm talking. When it lumbered into the shop in search of food. The hungry mammal could be seen on CCTV footage entering the store and helping itself to snacks. Business was a bit slow that day around 2 p.m. The elephant just walked right up. I came out and tried to shoo it away. I told it not to come closer, shop owner. Now, you see where I'm coming from here. How's this idiotic Yorkshireman supposed to pronounce that name? Come on, Reagan, you've done that on purpose, haven't you? You did it on purpose, you thought. There's no way I'm going to read that. I know who I'm going to give it to. I'm going to do that numpty from Top North, Daily Blasé. Let him struggle through it, making a complete idiot of himself. What the fuck? Couldn't he have just called him Ken Smith or something? It would have been so much easier for this struggling Yorkshire lad. Camploy Kakeo. I've really butchered that. I do apologise. Yeah, exactly, Reagan. I like you not. Good evening, Hassan Hussein. Hope you're very, very well. I didn't know until a couple of days ago that you were on Twitter, so I decided I'm going to follow that decent and upstanding fellow Hope you're well, my friend. I told it, but anyway. Yeah, exactly, Alistair K. Yeah, very good try. I told it, go away, go on, but it didn't listen. It was like it came on purpose. Exactly, Trip Yorkshire. I hadn't noticed. Yeah, exactly. Frederick Roth, I'm struggling too. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. The store in Thailand, see what I mean? Nakan Chazima Providence. Jesus. Yeah, exactly, Tone. Close enough. Northeast of the capital, Bangkok. Yeah, that juvenile sense of humour in me, you know, is kicking in now. And I know what his ass are saying, yeah. Not a problem. Yes. From the northeast capital, Bangkok. Now, no sniggering in the chat, please. This is a very serious live stream, I'll have you know. Is near the for fuck's sake, Khao Yai National Park, so elephants are often nearby. We usually see it pass by and watch from inside the house, but it never came into the shop before or hurt anyone, she said. The elephant, a 27-year-old male, called, "What the Jesus crap? You've done this on purpose to me, haven't you, Reagan? I order. Ply Biang Lek, whatever. Jesus Christ." Is well known in the area. Certainly not known in Bradford, I'll give him that. Jesus Christ. Camploy said it stayed in the store for about 10 minutes picking and eating, while wild elephants usually prefer bananas, bamboo and grasses. The Biang Lek, God, went straight for the sweets. Elephant after my own heart. It walked up to the counter, the candy counter near the freezer. It used its trunk to gently push the freezer out of the way so it could fit inside. What? Inside the freezer? Must have been a big freezer. It went straight to the snacks, picked through them with its trunk. It ate about 10 bags of sweets. They're about, fuck's sake, 35 bat, whatever that means. That's about $1 each. It also ate dried bananas and peanut snacks. Another elephant remained outside the store, probably waiting. Camploy said, "Do you ever think they might have been picking up snacks to go to the cinema or something? You never know. Dumbo, the film Dumbo might have been the main film that night, and they're just picking up snacks, so they don't have to pay for extortion prices in the cinema. You never know." But park rangers were called and were eventually able to guide the elephant away after much coaxing and shooting. It's a bit extreme. Bat, is that what it means? It's just simple bat. Oh, fair enough. But anyway, he's around here often, but never hurts anyone. I think he just wanted snacks, said Comply. Following the unexpected visit, a wildlife protection group stopped by and offered Comply 800 baht for the stolen goods. So all the end well. They said they were sponsoring the elephant snack bill. It was kind of funny. Not as funny as hearing my daughter laughing at me trying to say all these really, really difficult names. Cheers. Next time I get an article from Reagan Elite, I'm going to tread carefully with because Jesus Christ, this is one another tongue twister. But elephants dwindling. But they're talking about dwindling population. Elephants, Thailand national animal, have seen their wild population decline in recent decades due to threats of tourism, logging, poaching, and human encroachment on their habitats. Experts estimate the wild elephant population in Thailand has dwindled to 3,000 to 4,000 from more than 100,000 at the beginning of the 20th century. A group of local volunteers in Jesus Christ. I bet I know what happened here. I bet Reagan Elite thought, "Oh, this looks like an interesting article I could use for my live streams." They read halfway that, "Oh, fuck that! Give it to Daily Blasé. He can struggle his way through it." I mean, you could hear, God, that's it. Yeah, I could hear her giggling in the next room, Alistair. She was absolutely giggling away, laughing at me, struggling to say Jesus Christ. But yeah, experts, yes, more than 100,000 at the beginning of the 20th century. A group of local volunteers at Kaya are working to keep the park elephants away from residential areas. And the elephants' behaviour has changed from looking for food at people's orchards or farms to frequently visiting human houses and now corner shops by the looks of it. Jesus Christ. Thanon Sak Channing, 44. I don't know what the age has got to do with it, but anyway, a resident and volunteer told CNN. The elephant, Bianglek, again, sorry elephant, don't trample over me because I've butchered your name, I do apologise, had raided several other places before Monday's incident. Thanon Sak, again if I butchered it, said, even injuring the tip of its trunk after breaking a glass cupboard in the local home. He's now living in a village, which is unusual for a wild elephant. Yeah, but I know reason why. Yes. Well, and it's like they don't want to return to the mountain. Well, yeah, because it's far easier to raid the local corner shop, isn't it? Obviously. And it is easier for them to just stay amongst the houses, he said. Human and elephant encounters are common and can turn violent, especially if you won't allow him in the corner shop. I can imagine it will. Says Thanon Sak said there have been incidences of elephants destroying cars. Yeah, exactly. I said, yeah, I feel sorry for the elephants. But yes, destroying cars. My God, Nelly has now a truck. Kaya National Park is home to an estimated 100 to 200 wild Asian elephants, and Thanon Sak says his group is trying to keep the area safe for both elephants and humans. And I thank you. Jesus Christ, that was absolutely mental. Wasn't exactly. Got a bump in the trunk. Yes, absolutely. But wasn't even wearing a hoodie either. Disgraceful behaviour. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you. I've got a theory the elephant got hold of some Thai brush weed and got the machine real bad. Got the munchies real bad. Very, very could possibly be true. Thank you, Alistair. Jesus Christ, that was the last time. I've got to think twice when it comes to a article from Reagan Elite. Why? Jesus, I think it should be the naughty step for Reagan. I agree. Yes, totally agree. Naughty step. How dare you? But anyway, I hope you found that article not only interesting, but also clearly my daughter found it very entertaining as well. Right. Let's get back to this. Yes, we all noticed last was it start of the week, everything was fine and dandy. Yeah, exactly, Stephen Binning. 200 elephants, what if they formed a gang? What do you think they call the gang? What do you think their gang name would be? No, Man Monk was also buckled with laughter. Yeah, yes. So was my daughter. But I could hear her giggling away. Reagan. But anyway, I'll find another. No, you bloody won't, Reagan elite. I'm not. Find another news story. But anyway, the tramplers. But anyway, as I say, when we saw at the start of the week where our Mango Mussolini, he had a visitor to the White House. Yes, a visitor who, known for not taking any interest in dress code. No, I'm not talking about Zelensky. No, that washed up rock, whatever his name is. Yes. No, I'm talking about Elon Musk. Let's just say. Wait, what? As you could tell, this was clearly more than just a bromance.
Hey, Donald, buddy, it's time for your weekly check-in. How you doing?
Horrible.
Horrible? Is that because Elon left yesterday?
Cannot believe it.
I'm sorry, Donald. I know you guys were close. How else does Elon's departure make you feel?
Vulnerable.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you're on your own now.
You know, these are human emotions.
And I'm honestly surprised that you have them.
Agreed.
Well, I know something that will cheer you up. Look who's here. Now, Donald, if you want to say something to Elon, this is your chance.
I want to thank Elon. He's fine.
As in, he's doing fine or he's fine?
I know him very well.
Have you guys been...
doing it for a long time.
Doing it?
And so much more.
Wow, I mean, I kind of had my suspicions, but you know what? I think it's great. Love is love.
I saw things that I was surprised at.
What kind of things?
That rocket being, guided back into position. I've never seen that before. It extends.
What?
Will only grow stronger over time.
Whoa.
Huh?
It does amazing things. Fast and nimble. That was the biggest signal of all.
Okay, how did this all start?
And I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did.
He wasn't into that at all.
If there's anything the president wants me to do, I'm at the president's service.
I want to be blown
okay.
Instantly.
Wait, hold on, you guys. I'm still here, and it's happening.
Just like that. Coming.
Wow. Okay, well, that escalated quickly. Donald, what do you want out of this relationship with Elon?
The wife.
You'd like to marry Elon?
And I think that could happen.
And Elon, what do you think about this?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I guess congratulations. Looks like we're all out of time for today. I'm not even going to ask you about whistling practice. And I will see you next week, buddy. Have fun.
Exactly, Joe. Imagine the kids. Oh dear. Yes, that rocket thing that extends. Yes, it's a what? Good evening, Chief Sniffer. Hope you're well. Yes, it's a whop. It certainly was. Trump saying my ketamine bunny. He's more than. Yes. When Elon said that Trump was in the Epstein files, my reaction was just, no shit. I'd have never guessed. Well, yeah, I was thinking, you're not exactly telling us something we don't already know. I know you like Elon's ass, but yes. Well, Melania would finally be able to pursue her relationship with the chauffeur, the gardener. Dear. But yes, we all noticed that our Elon Musk, yes, our Elon, he did seem to be sporting a bit of a shiner, wasn't he? Now, rumor has it. Now, I don't know whether it's true that a certain he'd poached a certain wife of Stephen Miller, who clearly wasn't too impressed. But our Stephen Miller, he had a plan to win his wife back. Yes, he's got a cunning plan and show his romantic side to win the heart of his wife back from Elon Musk. And clearly he's been inspired from about a certain film. We've got raw footage of him trying to woo his wife back. Go on, Steve.
In your eyes, the light, the heat. I am complete. See the doorway. 1,000 churches. The resolution of all the soldiers.
Yes. Yes, he decided to take a trip up to Elon Musk's house and park outside his house with their ghetto blaster. Yes, look at him. Look, the last of the romantics is our Stephen Miller. Yeah, absolutely, Billy Corso. If I'm honest, it's probably one of my favourite albums growing up. Was it his So album? Peter Gabriel, some absolute banging tunes on there. And it's just spreading his seed far and beyond. You're not wrong, Global says. But yeah, brilliant album as well. If I remember rightly, I remember first hearing it because, like, you know, when you used to go to the library where you get books and they had a little store where you could borrow cassettes or CDs for a week. Well, you get the CD, copy it, and send it back, and you've got an album for about 40 pence or something. Those were the days, eh? I remember getting it from there. I thought, oh, give it a listen. I was just blown away with it, and I just love that album. Steve Miller, the love child of Putin. But yes, look at him, showing his romantic side. But yes, everything was going wonderfully well. Everything, you know, the team were back, you know, back together, you know, making things happen, and everything was wonderful in the White House. Not a problem. So I always wonder. And another certain person who across the pond, who was a big Trump fan, he was not quite having things his own way. Because, like, a certain individual, he, let's just say, he had a bit of trouble in Hamilton. Yes, I think we know where we're going here. Yes, a certain individual who thought he would take a trip over to Hamilton to try and win a by-election. Well, let's just say it didn't go well, did it?
The Herald. Now, Andrew Learmouth, it seems that you're involved with this group of protesters outside.
No.
Well, it's funny, isn't it, that you come and your newspaper also manages to have another one of your correspondents as a protest correspondent. So you knew more about this than we did.
That's not true at all, Nigel. Sorry.
Really?
Absolutely not. So we have two reporters in Aberdeen.
Well, thank you.
Come on now.
And they're both here. Very
I've
good.
got two reporters going to Hamilton today as
so
well.
Much money and so many staff. It must be remarkable. Do carry on.
Yeah.
Have you? Right. Right. No.
Absolutely.
Well, no, fair enough. If you say that, I believe you.
I don't know that you do believe me, but I didn't. But I don't know what I was going to ask. Yeah, well, let's talk about the protest.
Well, this location was only sent to you guys. It wasn't put out on the public wires. We didn't put it out to our membership, and yet they knew. So it came from one of you. The Herald. Now,
Yes.
Andrew Learmouth.
Yes. So let's just say he well and truly enamoured himself to the press up in Scotland, and good. Absolutely, Gina Lefty. Totally agree. Yeah, it brings back memories. I remember doing that as a kid. Going to the library, picking up a couple of books, and then picking up the odd CD. And I would pick up some CDs that I'd never heard of before. I think, oh, I quite enjoyed that, and that was one of them. You know, Peter Gabriel's "So" thought it was a brilliant, banging album. And the best, I'll always say, is the best analogy I have to say for that interview is this. Yes, that's how his interview went. Yes, that's how it went. How it basically just a bit of a car crash in it. You know, all I would say is, thank God that at least in some part of the country, they're not going to. There is some part of the country they're not going to tickle our Farage's belly and give him softball questions. Farage and Tice look like the beginning of a very odd in years of therapy inducing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Good evening, Jesus H. Christ. Up here. What's that thing Tice does with his hands? He always stands awkwardly like that, playing with his little finger, leaning forward like Rory Bremner doing Jesus Christ. Good evening, Hugh Janus. Bottoms up, my dear friend, to you as well. But yes, that's how you could say his interview went over in Scotland, because let's be honest, they know full well that they can see straight through him. Not like it was over here, you know, where where he can go on to friendly so media outlets who'll just tickle his belly, mentioning no names, KGBs, and probably the BBC. As I get the feeling he'll only be interviewed by the likes of Laura Kunsberg. Well, he will not go anywhere near Victoria, Derbyshire, would he? Also, did you notice on Monday that the now former chairman, he was on LBC on It's the Power to the People. Bloody hell, I totally forgot about this stream. I was busy writing my next video still. Hello, everybody. Oh, good evening, my dear friend Graham Price. It's not a problem. When you've got important work to be done, it's got to be done. And this is just a bit of light-hearted relief. And but a certain young lady who has been asking about you. Yes. A certain young lady who loves you. Yeah, has been asking about you. But hello, my dear friend. But also, another British politician who be cheeky while bottoms up. That might be a little too much. Yes, exactly. But another former politician. She's trying to make a comeback. Yes, she's trying to get herself back into the cotton thrust of politics. Yes, a former Prime Minister. That's no lady, be afraid, be very, very afraid. Yes, but yes, I know it has to be done, but you have to listen to the inane ramblings of the former Prime Minister Liz Truss.
Hello, it's me, Liv Truss, and I'm here with some very sensible political advice as I make my comeback. As my good friend, the pensioner puncher Dougie Jousey says, bare knuckle fighting is the way forward. So drink some whiskey and get out there and start some fights. Oi, pensioner, I'm going to take you down to Livy's town. KO. If you don't agree with me, let's take it to the ring. KO. More whiskey. Practice your punches on some pork. Left hook, upper crust, jab. And finally, more whiskey. Don't listen to the lunatics in power. Take matters into your own hands and fight for what's right. You can trust me. I'm your ex-PM. Livy loves ya. Whoa. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yes, how the mighty have fallen. Yes, the national treasure that is our Nerine Skinner.
Hello, it's me, Liv
Yes, yes, doing her fantastic, brilliant impression of the nut job that is our Liz Truss. Yes. I didn't really read the story too much, but apparently she was basically. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Absolutely brilliant. But she was basically platforming some sort of like thug selling his whiskey. Yeah, absolutely great price. She is. She's brilliant. She's just hilariously funny. Very, very talented. I tell you what, I did watch about a week ago. Remember where she did a couple of years ago where she was on Have I Got Tit? I mean, Britain's Got Talent. Sometime where she with them two other young lasses. It's brilliant. That is just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Your channel is brilliant. I surround to it just for the laughs. Yeah, that's what you need. All you've got to do is just. But she just highlights the absolute bonkersness of that woman. Is she still looks less harmless than Liz Truss, even when she's trying really hard. That's a really good point, Graham. Yeah. Truss resembles my name perfectly. He has sausages and Starmer wants them to be free. Yes, free the sausages. She's really nice. Send her a comment and she does reply. Yeah. Whenever I sort of like repost whatever she's done on Twitter, I always get a thank you, and yeah, she does. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's absolute lovely person. Yes, the national treasure that is our Nerine Skinner. She's brilliant, isn't she? But yes, that was another MP, showing that you could say that you can never keep Liz Truss out the headlines, whether it's for the right reasons or for the wrong reasons. But do we still have Rachel from accounting in the chat? Because let's just say we have another. We need to, because we have a bit of an article, but that we need to find out whether this article is actually true. If there's any truth in it. But no worries. What? Yes, it's. Yes, let's just. Yes, it's pensioners to be defrosted overnight. Yep, Labour confirms. Yes. Now I would show you what the article has been written, but oops, unfortunately, you're out of free articles this month. But up there for thinking, down there for dancing, I managed to save the what was written on it, just in case. So, has Rachel gone? Oh, never mind. Well, hopefully, while we go through this article, of Truth and Facts from News Thump, that the only paper that's holding the government to account. Yes. So if her ear starts burning, she knows that it's us that we are talking about her. But yes, in the article it says Labour has confirmed that pensioners will need to be defrosted in the fridge overnight before being able to receive their winter fuel payments. It comes after Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced that changes to the winter fuel payment would allow more people to receive it this year, though did admit pensioners will have to be defrosted in the meantime. Good evening, Rachel from accounting. Well, we just basically wanted to know, is there any truth in this article? But yeah, we'll have to be defrosted in the meantime. Just think of it, I'll try and do my very best Doreen Skinner, Rachel Reeves Peeves impersonation. Just think of it like taking a turkey out of the freezer at Christmas, Reeves told reporters. You take it out of the freezer at Christmas on Christmas Eve and leave it in the fridge overnight to defrost. But this time, instead of a turkey, it's your nan, and instead of a freezer, it's their living room. Simple, right? Sure, it might take a bit of coordination getting her into the fridge. You may even need to round up a few people to pry her out of the armchair, especially if the ice encases her fingers is sticking to the fabric. Now I'll try and do the grin. Don't worry, though. Eventually she'll begin to slowly defrost, and then, hey presto, Nan's ready to be transported back into her warm, toasty living room. I wouldn't call it a U-turn in winter fuel payment. It's more of a, what's the word? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's a U-turn. Look, at the end of the day, it's not important that people developed hypothermia last winter. The important thing is that they don't develop hypothermia this winter. That must count for something. Sorry. So is there any truth in that, Rachel from accounting? Is that the new plan? You know, for the winter fuel payment, they will now have to be defrosted in the fridge to receive it. Is that the new plan? She has all the charm of us. Yeah. Come on, Rachel, you could just about manage a call centre job with some support. Yes, you could. Yes, Rachel from accounting, you could clear all this up. Please, just please. Yes, I've run out of biscuits, and some cheeky buggers wanted Yorkshire tea next thing. They'll ask for some bald bloke from Star Trek to take them down the pub. But yes, how to defrost an OP, hot tea, and 20 minutes in Spain. I won't mind a bit of that. But yes, so is there any truth? Is that the new plan of action? Defrosting in the fridge overnight so they can claim their winter fuel allowance. You probably a good idea to answer tonight, because you do realise if you're not clear tonight, Ken McCarthy bad enough will ask this question at PMQs on Wednesday. It'll be your first question, and boy oh boy, she'll have Keir Starmer on the ropes with her line of questioning. So, what plans, Daily Blasé? I'm only trained to make bloody tea. Well, so you're not going to commit. True politician. But anyway, yes, that's what's seemed to have been happening since how did it seems to have been happening over the week in Britain at the start of the week. Yes. Pensioners will slowly defrost over a crap British summer. They'll be fine. Yeah. And that'll be and well, they better hurry up because we all know what our British summer is about. We'll just get one day of absolute blistering sunshine, and that'll be just the one day where we'll need to stock up on our suntan, and then the rest of the year will be just cold, damp, wet as always. But anyway, across the pond, I live in Reeves constituent. I've got an odd feeling we're going to see a lot of investment in the local area just in time for the election. I'll keep you posted over the next few years. My God. Yeah, I told you, Alistair, it doesn't take two. It's 2 hours, you're nearly gone. It's mental, innit? But yes, that'll be interesting. I have a funny feeling. I agree with you. We're just like, good evening, Richard Grumpy. I hope you're very, very well, my friend. I'll be out of a job soon, and those buggers over at the Two Davies will not offer me a job, even though I'm a top tea lady. Yeah, Alistair and Mad Monk and Jow put in a good word with Dave McGuinness if he needs a tea lady. You know, we have Rachel from accounting offering her expert tea making services. I'm sure they could find a space for her. But anyway, like as I say, we ended off where there was the bromance was still there with Elon and Donald, and everything was going wonderful. Yeah, the love was still there. Cold, damp, wet sounds like my ex. Oh, matron. But everything was going well, and then Elon, he had the flash of genius to if somebody says to Elon, "Can we have an interview with you?" People should who look after him should basically say to him, "No, don't do the interview because you suck at them," and you end up going to say something that you shouldn't. And let's just say that he did. Remember, this is the legend that is Maggie Reid, because she does some brilliant stuff. Highlights where he opens his big mouth and says something really silly.
Alan, darling, is it true that the poor still hate you, even though you left your corrupt government job that did unimaginable damage?
Yeah.
Darling, your whole life has gone to shit because of Doge, being a Nazi, and your personality. Your businesses have suffered greatly. I know. Why don't you say something bad about Trump's one big beautiful bill that's wildly unpopular, even though we love it for the massive and permanent tax cuts for the wealthy? Go ahead, try it.
You know, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill.
Excellent, darling. Now I want you to try lying with a little more pizzazz. You know, legalize comedy.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful. But I don't know if it can be both.
Bravo, darling. Now, don't you think that will convince the poor to buy your ramshackle cars again, and that you're possibly human?
No.
Oh, well, Mumsy still loves you. Oh, look, one of your rockets just blew up. You're such a good loser.
Yes. We all remember when not long after he'd been to see our Mango Mussolini, he decided to open his mouth and you criticise our dear leader, and he finds out about it. Oh, you will. That's it. You were out the door, and what a Granny Waddlebottom bromance What about my true life romance with the lovely Graham from the Power to the People channel? Where are you, my darling Graham? Gizzard. Yes, this is now, not only is it a piss-taking live stream, political piss-taking, it's now a dating agency as well, where romance can blossom, or maybe not, I don't know. Yes, don't worry, Granny Waddlebottom, your Graham has been in the chat. And now whether he still is, because he's been doing some writing, but he's in the chat. But anyway, like as I say, he decided to criticise the big beautiful bill. Well, unfortunately, he was either grassed up, or the orange one found out about it, and let's just say the orange one was not impressed, as you can tell, as we've got live footage of the meeting.
Elon, get in here. I heard what you said. That your bill is an abomination? Yeah, say it to my face. Your bill's a fucking abomination. You know what? This is the problem with you, immigrant. They let you in, you overstay your visa, you have tons of kids, take a lot of jobs away, bring in a lot of drugs, frankly, everybody knows it, and then all you do is criticize. What the fuck are you gonna do, deport me? You're a little pale for that.
Yes, you're a little pale for that. Yes, so been found out, and let's just say the conversation soon progressed, because clearly our Elon is not happy. Clearly he's not happy with the situation with the bigly beautiful bill. Oh, this could get interesting. Granny Waddlebottom. I have the stream in the backyard, which is also as near to my charms as you'll ever get. God and dentures, don't do it for me. I'm sorry. I'm good evening, Trumplefield. Haha. The resident American is here, and boy, what a shit show. You are not wrong here. Not wrong. We're right. You've just come at the right time, where we're just going through the motions of where it's get your popcorn out after, because we're now we've got raw, unseen footage of the meeting between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, where he's criticizing his big beautiful bill.
Yeah, so tonight I was thinking maybe we do a sushi date night in the Pentagon. Yeah, where you keep all the national secrets. Haha, yeah. Elon. Yeah, so I also think it'd be so hot if you showed me the nuclear codes. Haha, yeah. Elon, listen. And maybe we can also place like a federal order for tens of thousands of Cybertrucks. Elon, we're having a big beautiful bill. You're not keeping it, right? I'm sorry, what was that? You know, we can't afford that right now, right? We're trying to go.
Just give me a quick minute. Get this. I had it. There we go.
To Mars. What about our life together? Our baby Doge. Elon, I think I want to keep it. You're fucking me right now. You're fucking me. You know, I really thought you would be happy for me, for us. Happy? Why would I be happy for that waste of money, piece of shit bill? It's a big, beautiful bill. Well, you're nothing without me. Get out. Get out. I can't have you around my big, beautiful bill. You are so ungrateful. Yeah, without me, you would have lost the election. I said get out! I will ruin you. I will ruin you. I know you're on Epstein's island, you perv. You're ruined. You're ruined. It's okay, big beautiful Bill. Mommy is here. Mommy is here. He can't hurt us anymore.
Yes, Mommy is here. Yes, don't worry, the big beautiful Bill. Mummy's here. And also, the legend. Tell you who else is here? The legend that is the one, the only, the fantastic Donkey Dave. Hello, my dear friend. I hope you're well. I have to say, enjoyed your video today. Made me chuckle. As I say, I have to say, it's still a better love story than Twilight. Oh, you know, I've never watched Twilight, so I'm not going to say anything. But also, if you've not subscribed to Donkey Dave's channel, please do. He does some brilliant, fantastic videos in the morning. Always had me in stages. And can I have plenty of wakey in the chat, please, my dear friends? Yes, I feel like Elon Musk is the villain original story before an accident happens that gives him power, and then he becomes a full-blown sugar villain, and he's called Dr. Tesla or something like. You could very much be right. But also, and also, not just wakey, but plenty of acid. But yes, I totally agree with what you said about our Nigel Farage this morning. Yes, he's only there to keep the establishment in their where they are, and to keep us down, keep them up there, and keep us down here. Yes, absolutely. Trip. Donkey Dave on the YouTube, 100%. Yes, he does some still. I'll be looking forward to mine and Gorgeous Grey romance will put Twilight in the shade. Oh, that yummy scouse. But yes, as you could tell, the meeting didn't go according to plan, did it? Yes, and clearly our Mr. Musk, he didn't take it well, did he? And we have rare footage that. Did you actually know that Donald Trump actually wrote our Elon Musk a letter? You know, this could be saying this could be the final goodbye. As you said, is that what you're saying, Alistair? Channel Donkey Dave's channel link being put in the chat earlier. If you have, cheers for that, my friend. But yes, he wrote him a letter, you know, saying this is goodbye, and this is going to break your heart. This is proper wordsmith, is this?
My dearest Elon, I couldn't sleep last night because I know that it's over between us. I'm not even mad, by the way. I'm actually very happy. One day maybe we will meet once again on Mars with Baby X and our Doge. I'll smile at you happily and remember how we spent our summers holding hands on the White House lawn as you gently fed me French fries. Learning from each other and growing in love. The best love is the kind that is very loving, that makes you think, wow, that's a lot of love, and that's what you've given me. You'll always be my little Jimmy Neutron, even though you had the body of an igloo. I'll never forget your brain blasts. I love you. I'll be seeing you, Trump.
My dearest Elon, I couldn't sleep last night because
My
I know that
dearest
it's a...
See, neat writer is our Donald, isn't he? Yes. No, but but the thing is, when it comes to a breakup, yes. See, the thing is, yeah, exactly. I live around crayons. Yeah. But the thing is, when a breakup happens, it's not just one half feels the pain, the other half has to deal with it, and clearly, our Donald has been struggling as well as you can tell. Yes, I love Tesla. So yes, he's struggling to deal with the breakup as well.
Donald, your staff tells me you haven't left Oval Office in 3 days. What is going on?
A lot.
I know what this is about.
Elon.
So it is true, you and Elon are no longer friends.
That relationship busted up.
What happened?
He used to really like me a lot.
Uh-huh.
That all stopped.
And?
A little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden.
Nasty statements about what?
Our great big beautiful bill.
Okay, well, most people don't like your bill, so get over it. Your staff tells me that you've been making something on computer. What are you making?
The movie.
A movie? Why?
To remember Elon.
You made a movie about Elon? Okay, show me.
Come on, get dancing.
So Elon called me. As you know, he endorsed me full-throated. Elon, I love the double hat.
Even my hat has a hat.
Everything's computer.
Oh, Donald, that was pathetic.
I went through a lot of things with him.
You haven't shown this to Elon, have you?
I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him.
Okay, good. I'm going to take the laptop now, and I think you should go take a shower. You stink, more than usual.
Yes. Wonder if we did go for that shower. Yes, so quite clearly, our Trumple thin-skinned, he was struggling to deal with the breakup as well, the love of his life, him and Elon. But let's just basically say it for what it basically is. Yes. Let's just say for what it basically was. Yes, two men with small cocks in the world, smallest cocks in the world, basically dick waving in a world's escalate dick waving. Yes. I would show you, but as I say, unfortunately, but never mind. I have it written down. I've got it saved on here. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing, as I say. Oh, this is quite funny. I'm expecting to. Did he mean deep throated? Very much possibly Steve Bannon. Now, let's just say that. Let's just say I'm expecting to hear my daughter giggling away with all this. But yes, here's the article. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have escalated their risible dick-waving contest today. Trump, who is so insecure about the size of his dong that he has made impromptu speeches about how big it is, told reporters that he has an absolutely huge todger, far bigger than Elon's, and a lot of people are saying so. Thank you. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, who has put on so much weight he hasn't seen his own penis without a mirror for over 5 years, responded by dancing around shouting that he has I'm going to try and do my horrendous Elon Musk impression. Yes, massive wang. Sorry, it's crap. But And if you got it out, and if I got it, and if he got it out, which he might still do, then you'd be terrified. Yeah. We must be vigilant to prevent Elon penetrating the U.S. government by the back door and lobbing in big ones from behind our backs, said Trump in a tweet, and inadvertently said a lot more about him than his opponent. Elon responded to Trump's increase of pressure by threatening to whip it out at any moment, just to see if you see if I won't. I could, just like that, and you'd be all shocked and amazed at how big it is, he told his millions of Twitter followers to rapturous applause. I can hear my daughter giggling in the room. So she's laughing at my horrendous impressions. They're terrible, aren't they? But never mind. The only reason I don't is that I'm kind of generous man who doesn't want to shame others. Yes, that's it. Much of the world is ambivalent. Well, much of the world is ambivalent about the ongoing conflict, with many people saying that if they want to watch unlikable twats wave their dicks at each other, there's always Keir Starmer. I think you'll find it's Sir Keir to you. Don't be disrespectful, Sir Keir Starmer. And Nigel Farage tearing chunks out of each other for that. Yes, absolutely. Some of the phrasing. There is very little competition in this contest. You're not wrong there, Joe. I totally agree. Ah, dear. But yes, that's what they were doing. Yes. That's all it basically was, wasn't it? Just a bit of willy waving. So we need to know, what did the fans think about this? Well, let's just say they were not impressed either. Let's just say they were not impressed.
No fucking way! Today is Happy National Ketchup Day!
Yes, oops, natural. I'm gonna pull it. Do my thing. There we go.
You can call it the White House all the fuck you want. It's about to be the red. Ooh, that bromance was like less than 6 months. Bitch, I have a sweater in my closet that is folded, that has been there since before Christmas, that lasted longer than this fucking relationship. And just so you are aware, I am team motherfucking neither. I don't want any of these fucks in the government, but the fact that they are infighting with each other and all these MAGAs are coming out and saying, you should deport Elon, and they're like, no, you gotta support Trump, and they're like, fuck Trump was on the Epstein files. The leopards are not just eating their faces, they are gnawing on their fucking carcasses, and I am here for all 12 seasons that are about to drop. Like, I will be binge watching the fucking shit out of Team Neither.
Yes, her laugh makes me giggle, yes. To be fair, Danny Starmer was okay. Yeah, it's average at best, and the Trump voice was pretty good. Oh, thank you. Well, at least don't do too bad. And I've got a theory that Keir got a voice coach to help him develop a voice that is difficult to impersonate. You could very much be right. Popcorn over. I seem to remember Stormy Daniels wasn't that impressed. She's used to real men. Yes. Jerry Vance said he was not happy with situation between Trump and Elon. I'm not surprised. But anyway, this is hilarious. Because you'd think he's got to be a Trump supporter, but his play of words is brilliant.
I come to you a broken man. I'm in complete and utter shock. My two billionaire dads are breaking up, and during Pride Month, no less. And breakups are always messy because Daddy Elon said Daddy Trump is on the Epstein list, and now I don't know who to trust. The guy who's a pedophile or the guy who helped get a pedophile elected. It's like I'm stuck between a Roman saluting rock and a pedophile. And no one could have seen this coming. Nobody. Who could have guessed getting in bed with our monkey's paw of a president would have turned out badly? I mean, he's like an Orange King Midas in reverse, and now I'm going to have to go to 2 Christmases. There's not enough ketamine in the world to drown my sorrows tonight, and the worst part is Daddy Elon and Daddy Trump are going to have to go to divorce court, and whoever loses is going to have to get custody of J.D. Vance.
I don't come across any comedians that have really nailed the Starm impersonation like Rory Bremner did with Blair or Jamie Foxx. I can imagine. It is a bit of a difficult one. Yes. But yes. Feel sorry for whoever's going to have to take custody of our JD fans. Like, it's going to have to be. It's time because let's be honest, they're going to have to invest in a lot of couches out there. But the rumor had it that let's be honest, the rumors have been about that they have kissed and made up. Now they say there was a secret meeting. Now let's just say this is how it went. Totally intelligent, aren't they? Yeah, so that basically sums him up. Give JD Pants a sofa and a sofa bed, he will be happy. Oh, you better believe it, he'll be happy, won't he? Yes, so that's how the meeting went. It went as well as can be expected. But, as I say, we're not far off from the end, because I'll try and make it till at least before past. That's 2.5 hours. Done it fly by. Exactly, Alistair. What happened? Yes. Ever since little baby X told Trump to shut his gob, the relationship has been strained. Oh, yeah, exactly, Oliver Brown. Yeah, like 2 cats. Yes, absolutely. They slapped each other with their bitch mittens. Yes. But another MP, yes. Early today, the leader of the opposition, she decided to give a speech, to show that yes, she's down with the pardon me, she's down with the voters. She knows what the voters want. Yes, it's like she talking. It's like she's basically trying to out Farage, and let's just say the wonderful, the irreplaceable, fantastic Matilda Thorpe. She basically just sums up her bollocks in 1 minute 30 seconds. Take it away, Matilda.
People say that the Conservative Party is tearing itself apart, that we're at each other's throats, that we're not relevant, out of touch. But that's simply not true. Sure, we may have disagreements, squabbles sometimes, screaming rows at CCHQ, bare-knuckle boxing on the stairs, pistols at dawn, Cornish wrestling. I mean, who hasn't? But we're still as up-to-date with the British people as we've always been. We care as much as you do about the Chagos Islands in somewhere near France. We care as much as you do about bread sandwiches at lunchtime being just for wimps. We care as much as you do about the Partygate scandal being overblown. We care as much as you do about not bothering about climate change and cancelling net zero. We have always listened to you, the people, right from when we took you into the EEC in 1975. And we're still that same party, the one that your parents and grandparents trusted way back in the 70s. Still as relevant to you today as we've always been. We live like you. We gather with family at Christmas, sit round the TV and enjoy the latest episode of Morecambe and Wise. We love to go out for dinner for steak and chips and a Black Forest Gatto at the Burney Inn. And who doesn't love listening to the latest record from the New Seekers? You can trust the Conservatives. We are still the modern, state-of-the-art, up-to-the-minute party that it's always been. Driver, bring the horses round. I want to ride to the apothecary before Parliament today.
That is the irreplaceable, the brilliant Matilda Thorpe. She's like Rosie Holt. She has that one. No, Tories don't get the volume always does seem to be low. She does have the soft voice, but she has that brilliant gift of being able to basically say, talk like a Tory to a point where people actually, underneath the comments, actually believe she is a Tory. And you're like Rosie Holt. She used to get people who were totally convinced that she was a Tory, and even then I've become a Labour MP. Yeah, or should I say 1870s? Yes, but wasn't she making a speech about talking about trying to leave the ECHR again or something? And talking about doing away with net zero or whatever. and she's basically trying to do a Farage, isn't she? And like, from what it sounds like, I have not heard the speech, and I think, good God, I'd rather pull my own teeth out first. It'd be less painful, or, soak my balls in vinegar and scrape them across broken glass first. It's going to be less painful. I'll tell you what I did watch. I did manage to watch the very interesting and very charismatic Mel Stride do his speech, where he's basically saying that, yes, we're now going to distance ourselves from what Dizzy Liz Truss did. Fuck me, that man was boring. Jesus Christ, it was a good half hour plus. Jesus Christ, he won't be leader for long. But like as I say, now we will. We're now into the home stretch where we have to talk. What about? We all know what happened over. Come Wednesday, everything was going wonderful, wasn't it? Reform. Reform was absolutely going wonderful. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Trip, Dizzy Liz Truss. Everything was going wonderfully well and ahead in the polls, And all it takes is one moment of madness and then the whole thing falls apart. Yes. If you've seen my video, you'll probably see that clip. And I just thought it just beautifully sums up what happened, when the whole of the everything just falls apart. See, the thing is, here's my view on when it came to asking that question. I think that's made winning the election even more difficult now for him, because for him, let's just say, for him to win the election, he's going to have to take votes from the centre ground, isn't he? And that sort of rhetoric, banning the burqa and all that nonsense, he's not going to win them votes on that ground. That's another fine mess you've gotten us into. Yeah, exactly. and it's not going to chime with the centre ground. So I tell you what I've done. I've watched for a while a couple of odd live stream here and there, and those on the UKIP reform side, they are off their nut. They are they You have a brilliant plan, my lord. Yes. Where they actually think that the answer to all their problems is Rupert Law. They are completely... See, because they seem to think that if they get somebody who's a more rabid racist, then the party will sweep to power. No, and let's be honest, they won't, because I do think that that's the reason, and that's the reason why people have been going away from reform, who are absolute right wing nut jobs, because he's been trying to coax and win votes in the centre ground, like he's doing the 2-child cap and the winter fuel and stuff like that, and basically trying to pinch centre ground votes. And that question, now, do you think he knew that was a question she was going to ask? I don't know. But let's just say that. Let's just say, yes, look at that face. I love that. But somebody put that. I wasn't going to make a big gag about someone needed a burqa, but I thought it was a bit too much, so I won't. Yes, look at that face. That's a face of hatred. Because I do just think that for them to win power, you've got to win the centre ground, and this kind of nonsense is not going to wash with them. It might. Do you think he wrote it? Well, do you think he might be thinking this is getting a bit too close to maybe winning power? Because I have a funny feeling I don't think he really wants it. I think you remember as a football fan, the one thing I always hear from people who are, when they talk about all football managers, one thing I've heard often is Brian Clough, the best England manager we never had. And there's that little bit of mystique about it, saying it could have been, imagine what we'd have achieved with Brian Clough and whatnot. And I think that's the same with him. He doesn't want the responsibility and the scrutiny. He just wants the attention, doesn't he? And that means if he, let's say for argument's sake, he does win power, that means having to basically do work. And he's not interested. He just wants the glitz and glamour. And I just basically think that it was such a dumb question. Yeah, exactly, Donkey Dave. He won't be able to handle it. He just wants to turn up on TV, be centre of attention. But anyway, like I say, when she asked that question, if you see my video, I had good fun making it. It was all good fun. The amount of tweets he got, Zaya Yusuf, about all this, and I'm not surprised he left, but just like he said, he resigned after burqa row. And like I said in my video, I mentioned this where he basically, Narinda, I thought she would bang on the money. It took him a while, but we all get there in the end. That realization that you will never be accepted, and no matter how much you try to be like them, think like them, you will never, ever, ever be equal to them. and I think we finished off. He never had it, and it never. And I would actually watch, and I would see him, and I'm thinking, man, what are you doing there? You're in the wrong part. Because I would listen to these live streams from these clowns, and they cannot stand the man. And not because they think he's a duck egg. It's the colour of his skin, and he's a Muslim. And I just think, what are you doing? So it took him 11 months. But anyway, let's have a little look at some of these hilarious quick memes, because like some of them were belters. I spent a good hour plus giggling over Twitter at some of these memes. Some of them were brilliant, like, hello, we're wondering if you would like to be the chair of Reform UK. Yes, yes, yes. What could possibly go wrong? And then it gets, yes, and then see if this works. Oh, we'll go there. Yes, yes. That's breaking reform begins interviewing candidates for vacant chairman position. Yes. Would you like to be the new reform chairman? And vote reform, get reform. I have to say, some of these were just absolutely beauty. This one made me chuckle. Latest odds on the new reform chairman. 2-1 Vlad Putin. 3-1 Arthur Gumby. 5-3 odds for Fred West. And Grand Mott Tarquin is 1-2 on favour. 1-2. There's some absolute belters. Clown at the front is Boris Johnson. You're not wrong, Tommy's League. And Reform Conference QX. But this is my favourite. This one made me chuckle. Remember the Fast Show? Remember these two? The characters, these two. Oh, these. I have to say, she was a legend, wasn't she? She was hilariously funny. So then I said that I no longer believe working to get a reform government elected is a good use of my time. What did I say, Roy? She said they're a bunch of total fucking wank spangles. I did not say that, Roy. Yes, exactly. How anyone voted from has a very embarrassing daddy issues. Yes. Oh, suits you, sir. But yes, absolutely. Just hilarious. I haven't heard the name Bojo in quite a while. Oh, yeah. Wank Spangles. Yes, exactly. But yes, they were just two absolute. But I will leave you with this little bit of a interesting video. I just picked this up earlier on today, and I thought I'll share this because this is from the Accidental Disruptor, and she says a little something about Nigel Farage and reform, and it's quite interesting. I'll say, just quite interesting what she has to say.
Hi, Nigel. I think you have some questions to answer to the members of your cult with an L. Everybody's going to need to concentrate because this gets confusing. Nigel, could you please explain to your members why 2 weeks ago you changed the name of both of the Reform Limited parties? Reform UK Party Limited was the original title of Reform, and Nigel was the major shareholder in that, along with Richard Tice. But then he told you all that he was going to democratise the party. And he did. He formed another limited company called Reform 2025 Limited. This time, there were only two major shareholders, him and Zia Youssef. But 2 weeks ago, you put in 2 name change requests, which essentially means that you and Tice are now, once again, the major shareholders in Reform. Now, admittedly, when you formed the new limited company, the original 2025 Reform Limited Company, you were lying to the members then because you never democratised the party. It was still a limited company with just you and Zia. But now you're really lying to them because literally nothing has changed. You've gone back to how it was before you made the big announcement about you've democratised the party. And all this seemed to happen 2 weeks ago. So either you were already planning something, or you and Zia already knew that things were changing before this announcement. Isabel, Richard's partner, now refers to Zia as just a casualty lost to Reform along the way. She points out it's a hard job running a company. Oh, sorry, a party. And it is, isn't it, when you keep swapping names around to lie to your members. Anyway, I sincerely hope that nobody shares this around, because I'm sure you wouldn't want them knowing what has gone on, because it's like you've lied to everybody. So please, if you're watching this and you're not Nigel, don't share it. Keep it under your hat. Your secret's safe with me, Nigel, as you were.
Yes. So if you see this, I suggest you don't share it at all. But yes, that's very, very interesting, isn't it? It's sort of like this does sound like it could tax avoidance scheme. At the same time, instead of one company paying the full tax, you split it into two companies that have lower revenue on paper, therefore less tax. It's interesting. That's, yeah, exactly. Dodgy, Dave. Yeah, dodgy as, yeah. Is a bell really necessary on a bike? Oh, yes, but yes. So Larry the cat, I love that. Yes, it just brought me back to the fast show. Tomorrow, I'll be mainly wearing yogurt pots and voting deformed. Yes. Yeah, and Nigel Farage has been described as a Russian mole and receiving money from dodgy sources. Yes, very much so. Very much so. But as I say, exactly, Donkey Dave. Yes, she does some good stuff. And we will leave with this one where we will have a bit of a song and dance. Quite clearly, she's quite the singer and quite the musician, because she goes through this, but she does it through the form of dance and music. Take it away, young lady.
Richard was leader, 'cause Nigel's retired. Nige was the president, is what he desired. Nige said, move over, I'm back in the race, leaving Gimpoy Tice with lots of egg on his face. So Dick's now the chair, and our Nige was in charge. Habib and Bond were deputies, leading the charge. Then Zia appeared, donation in hand. He bought himself the chair and got to work on the brand. They're playing musical chairs in their company, 'cause Nigel is in charge, there's no democracy. It's his way or the highway, no bureaucracy. Reform the limited company. Well, Reform UK Party Limited, actually, with Tyson Farage as the major shareholders. So Zia's now chair, Habib is out on his ear. Nigel's still leader, declared a loud cheer. Dick's now the deputy, pretending it's fine. 5 MPs in total, they were all on cloud 9. Then Rupert went rogue, so the rest all closed ranks. Putin got elected, they were back giving thanks. Doge was declared, things were all going well, till Putin mentioned burgers, then things all went to hell. They're playing musical chairs in their company, 'cause Nigel is in charge, there's no democracy. It's his way or the highway, no bureaucracy. Reform the limited company. Well, Reform 2025 Limited now, with Zia and Nigel as the only shareholders. Now Zia's resigned, Doge is not looking great. The company name's been changed as the membership wait. No vote on this process, they don't have no claim. Democracy's outdated when you play Nigel's game. Could have playing musical chairs in their company, 'cause Nigel is in charge, there's no democracy. It's his way or the highway, no bureaucracy. Reform the limited company. But now Reform UK Party Limited is Reform 2025 Limited, and Reform 2025 Limited is Reform UK Party Limited. Democracy's outdated when you play Nigel's game.
Totally agree. So clearly there's something funny going on, isn't there? Clearly there is. But man, sure, what are we surprised when it comes to, and I think Tommy, I'm not laughing, but this is a good little tune, to be fair. It's a really good song. Yeah, it is actually really, really good. But yeah, you could be onto something there, it's a bit of a tax dodge. Very, very interesting. Yes, Yes, Ross, she was very, very good, wasn't she? Very, very good. Anyway, that's now the end of the show. And can I just say massive thank you to, my God, let's just say I'm nearly doing a bit of a Marcus. But so nearly just over 2.5 hours. My God, I'll draw the line trying to do a 24-hour one. That'll be too much even for me. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Simon says, you two have a nice weekend. You all have a nice weekend. But give a massive thumbs up for my moderators, Mad Monk, Alistair and Jow. Much appreciated for everything you do. And I'm gonna thanks, Dave. Yeah, you two have a good weekend as well, my dear friend. So cheers, Joe. And so I'm going to love you and leave you. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Have a lovely weekend and take care, my friends. So take care.
Here's he's so sorted. It's Friday, 5 p.m. and time to solid, it's Friday.